kidding me? Bring his big head up on the screen. Bring that big head up on the screen. Thank you. He's out. He's out. That's it. He came on today, said he's not going to be running for president. How, excuse my language, but let me tell you something. I'm not too happy about this. I'm an independent voter, and I'm not going to tell you who I'm voting for, but I am not happy about this. What am I not happy about? The media and the Democrats and people close to Joe have been bullshitting us through the entire time. We all saw it. We're not stupid. They knew it back then. We knew it back then that he was cognitively impaired. That was back in 2020. Now, all of a sudden, all his people close to him, all those people are confident. I was even on MSNBC this morning, and I can't remember the black guy that was on there. He was saying something. He was like, will you people stop saying that Joe's going to drop out? This was 9 o'clock in the morning. Will you people please stop saying it? And he's laughing. It's absolutely ridiculous. You people have to stop it. Well, guess what? By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, he dropped out of the race. And guess what? We were all being bullshitted. All of us. The Democrats lied to us. All the people close to him lied to us. The mainstream media. Come on. You're a reporter. You're a host of a morning show. You can't tell that this guy is cognitively impaired? I mean, come on. You're not stupid. You're not, what world leaders across the nation? When Joe first got elected, he thought it was appropriate to go over and meet Putin. And as soon as Putin looked in Joe's eyes and shook his hand, Putin said, I'm going after Ukraine. You think Putin's stupid? You think Nancy Pelosi thought all Americans are stupid? Nancy Pelosi thought all the Democrats are stupid, that they'll believe anything. Well, guess what? The American people, the Democrats, I guess they were pretty stupid. But let me tell you something. This ain't Putin's first rodeo. When he met Joe for the first time and looked in his eyes and saw that there wasn't much there, he said to himself, that's it, I'm going after. Because of Joe Biden and it was Nancy Pelosi and all the people that tried to pretend that there was nothing wrong with him. Look at him. Look at him. That everyone tried to pretend that there was nothing wrong with him. But we all knew it. The Democrats voted for him just because they didn't like Donald Trump, and I got to admit, Donald Trump was a prick back then. But nevertheless, he's out now. He made the announcement. He's not running now. We don't know who it's going to be. Kamala Harris. And they're going to throw a name in the hat. Who knows? But how could you trust these people anymore? Like I said, Ukraine was invaded, and it was Nancy Pelosi and all they're doing for all the way they got involved in the election. People changed rules. I don't know if they cheated or whatever it is, but they coordinated the election in a way that let Joe Biden win. So they knew he was cognitively impaired. They were just so now he meets Putin. Then Putin goes after Ukraine as soon as he looks in Joe's eyes and says, "This guy's out there. He's not stupid like the American people are." And I'm not saying the American people. I'm saying the people that voted for Joe Biden. Stupid. Just stupid. What, because they didn't want the other guy in office? Well, and now look where we are. We have two wars going on. Everybody followed the lead of Putin, and now Gaza and Hamas, they all invaded Israel, all because of Joe's weakness and cognitively impaired brain. He went in, he saw Putin. Putin looked in his eyes. That's it. He said, as soon as Joe left, he said, come on, let's go. Get the tanks ready. We're going to go. We're going to line the tanks up right on the border of Ukraine, and I bet you Joe doesn't do a thing. And he was right. So this blood is on Joe Biden's hand. How could people say that this guy did a good job? All right? How could people say, look at the mess this freaking country is in because of this guy? Because he doesn't know what he's doing. He has no clue where he even is. And I feel bad for him. It happens. Father Time is undefeated. Father Time comes after you. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't blame him. This is not putting the blame on Joe. This is putting on the blame of the voter, of the people that put him in office. Now, all of a sudden, he drops out of the race. This is current time I'm talking about now. But let's go back, and he says, well, look at what I've done. I've made insulin at $35. That was Trump's idea years ago. Go Google it. He introduced that. All Joe did was follow the coattails of Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not saying Trump's the guy. I'm just telling you factual information. I'm mad. I'm angry that the media, who knew it, they knew it every step of the way. What do you think? They're stupid? And if the media is that stupid, then boy, we're in trouble. But they knew it all along. Everybody knew it all along. Everyone was just afraid to come out and say it. And I'm mad now. Up until yesterday, people were coming on the air saying, of course Joe's running. Of course. And then I'm thinking to myself, okay, he is. And all of a sudden this afternoon, he drops out of the race, and now we don't know who the Democratic nominee is going to be. Holy crap. How could you trust anybody anymore? I know all politicians are the same, but let's talk about the Democrat Party. Let's talk about it. How could you even trust them anymore? It's absolutely ridiculous. The mainstream media, Joe Scarborough and his blonde-headed wife. What the hell is going on? All of a sudden, everybody's talking about they're promoting them until, of course, the debate. What did Joe Scarborough say? F you people that don't think he's got what it takes. Well, boy, Joe, you look like a freaking ass, didn't you? And then you go over to CNN, they're promoting Biden, saying people, you should see Joe. He runs circles around us. He's running around. He has more energy than you could imagine. Bullshit. All they did was lie, lie, lie. He wasn't in charge of the White House. You think he was in charge? No. He wasn't writing those speeches that he makes. He can't even put two sentences together. Now I'm mad because everybody has been lying for him. His press secretary. Who else? Everybody's been lying about him. Lying about his medical condition, lying about his cognitive abilities, lying about Father Time grabbing him. Everybody was lying. Everybody. How the hell can you trust any of the mainstream media now? And I'm talking about the MSNBCs, the CNNs, the CBS, NBC. How could you trust any of them? Unbelievable. If you're a Democrat, how could you trust anyone that says they're a Democrat? I'm just telling you, okay? Like I said, how could you? Give me a reason. Write on my email. I don't know. I got an email on this website. Send me a message. How could you trust them? I am angry that they lied to me. The media lied to me. How could you trust if Kamala Harris becomes the nominee? How could you trust anything she says? She was supporting Joe. She was saying that Joe's 100%. Everybody was saying Joe's 100%. But Joe wasn't 100%. I don't think he was even 10%. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with getting old. It's going to happen to all of us. We're going to get to that point someday. I feel so bad. His family was pushing him to stay in the race. Everybody it was such elder abuse. It was disgusting, and someone should be held responsible for the elder abuse they put this man through. Look at the guy. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Elder abuse. Someone should be criminally charged with elder abuse. This guy has destroyed this country from the first day he came into office. He killed the Keystone Pipeline, stopped it in its tracks. What happened? Oil and cut down on drilling, and vocally said he has a war on fossil fuel. What did that do? It caused I think oil was about $30 a barrel when he signed the Keystone Pipeline to be canceled. $30 a barrel, went up to $130 a barrel. And then what happened? Then we had inflation 18 months later go to 9%. People were committing suicide. People were losing their houses. It was unbelievable. Do you think it was a mistake? No. He wanted the middle class to go bankrupt, because if the middle class goes bankrupt, then you have to rely on the government to take care of you. And what does that do? That puts the government in power. Joe knew what he was doing. He might have half knew what he was doing, but this guy, then the war started in Ukraine. You know how many lives were lost? But you still find the pundits, you still find MSNBC, CNN, they're, and he was so great. He might go down in history as one of the best presidents ever. Are you kidding me? Are you that stupid? You're stupid enough to protect him, to lie for him, so you're stupid enough to keep the lies going. You got to be kidding me, telling me that he was a good president. He destroyed this country. He destroyed the middle class. He didn't know what he was doing. All he did was have a personal vendetta against Donald Trump, and he didn't care that he was going to make the American people suffer as long as he satisfied all his buddies in Washington, D.C. As long as he satisfied them. That's all he cared about. You think he cared about me and you? No, he had a personal vendetta against Donald Trump, and he just canceled everything he did, and this country went to hell. And I'm not saying it because I'm a Donald Trump supporter. It's what happened. You lived it. People, you lived it. Maybe you're doing a little well than others, and it didn't affect you as much as it did me. But it affected a lot of people. A lot of people I know were crushed because of this freaking guy. And why did this guy get in office? Because of everybody around him, not because he deserved it, not because he had the mental acuity, not because he was a smart man. He was in decline. From day one, he was in decline. You could see it in every speech he made. And he progressively declined as time went along. And now all of a sudden, everybody's saying he's in the race, and he comes on and does rallies and says, people, I am in the race, believe me. And now he drops out 3 weeks before the convention. This is unbelievable. What a bunch of liars. What a bunch of freaking liars. They're all liars. Every single one of them. Every single Democrat, every single host on MSNBC, Rachel Maddow with her crooked mouth. Everybody is a liar, is a freaking liar, and supported this guy and lied for him. All the press secretary, everybody that works alongside of him, the congressmen, people in the Senate. They all lied for him, and they all lied to you, the American people. Things can't get any worse. Donald Trump's got to become the president. Take a chance. What's he going to do? Oh, he's going to destroy democracy. That's another lie. All they do is lie and use scare tactics. Look at it. Look at where we are now. We don't even have a president. Who knows what's going to happen from now until the next president is sworn in? This cognitively impaired man is in charge of nuclear codes. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry that you're listening to me yell and vent my frustrations. I'm so frustrated, I'm stuttering and everything else. Oh, my God. He drops out of the race after he promised everybody he was staying in the race. Now he drops out. What the and all, you know, the mainstream media got him in office. The mainstream media lied for him back in 2020 and he became president. They lied for him through his whole presidency, pumping him up, saying he did a good job. He did. Look at gas prices. Gas prices were $1.89. Now we're comfortable at $3.50, $3.60 a gallon. That's like comfortable now. We're like, oh, hey, that's not too bad. He programmed us to be comfortable so that we can all be hurting. The gas should still be down to $1.89, but it's not. It's $3.60, $3.70. California is probably over $5. But he made us comfortable in that situation where we think that it's good now. He knew his people around him knew what he was doing. He let 11 million illegal immigrants into this country thinking they were going to vote for him. Boy, did he screw this up. Now there's killings, there's rapes, this country is a freaking mess. There's wars, there's talk of nuclear war. All because of this cognitively impaired man. Now the secret's out. I'm telling you what, it's a damn good thing, and God was looking down on us. It's a damn good thing we had that debate and that the secret's out. I want to know, this has got to be the biggest cover-up in history. I want to know who was responsible, who knew what, when, and where. The American people need to know. You and me need to know. I'm just an average Joe. I'm about as average as they come. But boy, oh boy, am I mad. And if I'm angry, I know a lot of people behind me are angry. He drops out. He's cognitively impaired. He can't handle his presidency. But everybody said he could. Those news medias are a bunch of crap. I'm telling just a bunch of freaking wasted time, wasted energy. I'll tell you what, all the sponsors that advertise on MSNBC, take your ads off of their station. Make them go bankrupt. This is unbelievable. I am angry, and you should be too. And I'll tell you what, I don't like Donald Trump, but guess what? He's got my vote. You heard it from me. Why? Why not take a chance? We've been lied to. This country's a mess. Tell me this country's not a mess. Think about all the shit that's going on, and you tell me this country's not a mess. I don't care what he did with the Inflation Reduction Act and all this bullshit that didn't mean a thing to you and me. And he's taking the credit. Oh, insulin. That was Donald Trump's idea. He introduced it. Go back on Google and find out. You can hear him saying it as plain as day when he was president. It was his idea. It wasn't Joe's. Joe doesn't know anything. Well, folks, that's it. You don't want to hear me yell anymore. But I'm just telling you, what a bunch of bullshit. The freaking all the news media outlets, and especially the press secretary. She's way in over her head. She doesn't know what the hell she's doing. Oh, my God. Lying to us time and time again. Everybody lies to cover their ass. They don't care about me and you. You think they give a shit about me and you? No, they don't. They're a bunch of liars. They're a bunch of freaking liars. I'm sorry I'm using the language that I'm using, but I can't believe he dropped out of the race after everybody said, even this morning, I wish I could remember the guy's name. I was watching MSNBC. He was a black guy. He was saying something, I don't know. He was acting like the people asking him questions if Joe's going to stay in the race, acting like they were from outer space because they were asking him that question. Is he going to stay in the race? Of course he's going to stay in the race. I wish you people would stop asking me that. 3 hours later, he drops out of the race. What a bunch of convincing liars. Democrats are liars. I know Republicans lie here and there, but they're not hurting me and you. What the Democrats did with the illegals, with Joe being so cognitively impaired that Putin looked in his eyes and knew in a second that he was a mess, went after Ukraine, all the destruction, people that got killed, the gas prices, Americans starving, can't afford to live in a house, the homeless crisis is a mess, illegals are over here killing and raping people. There's crime in the streets. Everybody thinks it's okay to commit crimes. You got Democrat progressive DAs. This country is an absolute disaster because of this guy. And it's all because of all the Democrats, not just one or two. Every single one of them. Now, I have Democrat friends. Hey, they voted for the guy. They were lied to. I can't blame them. Everybody was lied to. But they were kind of stupid. You got to have some common sense in this world to make it, folks, or you ain't going to get anywhere. Oh my God. I gotta go have a drink. I gotta, folks. I'll see you next show. Watch my previous show on Joe's Oval Office address, and how I picked this out before this even happened. From the Donald Trump incident when he gave the Oval Office address. Well, you should watch that. All right, folks. Oh my God, I need a drink. Hey, Frankie, get